Hello guys, welcome back to the Workplay TV channel. Time crunch is on to finish all the videos that I need to finish, and I want to finish for you guys before the 250 is gone for the new 2020 350. So we still have a few videos to do. I want to do a 250 versus 350, the 2019, which is right there. I want to do a video on that towing, you know, like 13,000 pounds or so comparison video, and then just a daily driver video. But today, and this video is late, I'm doing a 2-year review on this truck, and I actually have had this truck for about 26 months now, and it's got 70,000 miles on it. So it's been driven, it's been worked. These are work trucks that I have. I've got a 9'2" Boss V blade that goes on the front of this truck. I've towed my gooseneck trailer, which is down there. You've seen it in all my videos. I tow my dump trailer with gravel. I tow enclosed trailers. I'm going to remote cell tower sites in the worst possible weather that you could imagine. That's when we're out. Everyone else is home. That's when we're out. So this truck has been worked. It has been worked hard. It has been worked a lot. So let's talk about it. So we have a 2017 F250 Lariat Ultimate with the 6.7 Powerstroke. So I've had this truck for, like I said, a little over 2 years. It's got 70,000 miles on it. I've done a few things to it, which I'll talk about. So basically, right from the start, I took the factory tires off, and I've been running 35 by 12.5 20s ever since day one. No level, no lift. This truck suspension is absolutely stock. It has the FX4 package, so it has the upgraded Rancho shocks and a little higher block in the back. What else did I put on this truck? I put on the back rack. I barely use that. I'm not sure if that's going to go on my new 2020 or not. Really, the only reason why I've used that on this truck much at all is to mount my light up there when I'm plowing snow. Other than that, if I'm hauling material and whatnot, I usually just have a trailer behind me. I got my enclosed trailer and my dump trailer, so I've barely used that. I put a backflip MX4 bed cover on this truck basically as soon as I got it. This is the best bed cover I've ever owned in my life. You can see the weather we have here in Nova Scotia. It's cold, it's damp, there's a lot of slush and rain and freezing. I've gone through tonneau covers like crazy, and on this truck, this has been on this for 2 years, and I've had no issues with it whatsoever. It's been the best cover I've ever owned. Basically, again, right from the get-go, I put the Husky floor liners in. You guys know how I feel about Husky floor liners. I have them in like everything. Oh, look, a McDonald's bag. Okay, so here's a look at the interior. But first off, you may have noticed that my step didn't come down. The reason why, oh, now it will. No. So the reason why it's not coming down is this time of year, I have not greased this yet. This time of year, you need to grease those hinges. And I have not done that yet. So there is a little bit of crud in there, and it's definitely dried, and it's inhibiting it from coming down. This one works nice and smooth. This one doesn't get used near as much. The other one over there, I have had a couple issues with. So I will go through all the little issues I've had with this truck, and you know how it treated me so far, and my sort of end thoughts on it all. So here's a look at the interior. Now I do have 2 large dogs. I have 2 100-pound Great Pyrenees dogs, and the interior has held up very well. This seat, you know, it gets used a bit. It doesn't get used that much, but so this seat here got used a lot. It got used all the time. I never had a seat cover on this. Work clothes, work jeans, coveralls, everything. And you can see the leather is holding up really, really, really well. There's a few creases in here which you're gonna get, but no rips, no tears, no chafing, no nothing. The interior has held up very, very well. I know the new Rams, the interior is absolutely beautiful, but is it gonna hold up to the same standards as this? I'm not sure. With this truck, it's held up great. So jumping in the truck, like I said, this is the Lariat Ultimate, so it does have a few things that just a normal Lariat does not have. We also got the twin panel moonroof, which I do absolutely love, but the only issue that has come with that is that every once in a while I've had a few rain drops or a few water drops come out of my grab handle, and everyone seems to think that it is connected to the drain tube, in the sunroof. I took it to the dealer. It was just after warranty was out and they were going to charge me to get it fixed. They did do a little something to it and it really has not come back since. So fingers crossed on that. But we'll just fire the truck up, and this truck does have the easy exit, easy entry. So you get in, it has your memory saved seats down here, and the second you get in, it brings the steering wheel down, the seat up to where you last saved it. Heated seats, cooled seats, all that stuff. Dual climate control, dual climate control, of course. This does have the ambient lighting and all that fun stuff. Being the Lariat Ultimate, again, it does have a few things that the just normal Lariat does not have. The Lariat Ultimate is a great package. It's a great package. It's a few $1,000s cheaper than what the Platinum is, and you're pretty much getting pretty close to the same truck. You're not getting massaging seats and a few camera options, but it is a very, very nice package. Of course, this truck does have the locking rear differential. Okay, jumping out. Oh, our steps worked that time. So getting into the back, there's obviously an enormous amount of room back here. This one, again, with the Lariat Ultimate, does have heated seats back here, and then you've got all your sort of power options here. You have your 2 USB ports, your 110 plug, your cigarette lighter is all there. And again, this interior back here, the actual seats weren't really sat into all that much, but the armrest and all this, I had a lot of time spent back here with my dogs, a lot. And the interior again has held up very, very great. The leather is very durable. This is going to be a great truck for someone to buy. It has been used, but like I said, I've taken pretty decent care of this truck. So, sliding back window. Again, this shade does come all the way back, but just loads of room back here. Like, I'm extremely comfortable. I got my nice Dunlops on here. I'm extremely comfortable. I have my seat set to where I sit. I am 5'9", but I have the seat basically pretty much back as far as it will go, like an inch within coming back all the way. And there's just an enormous amount of space back here. It is definitely a truck you could buy for your family to tow your camper around, or honestly just use as a daily driver. It's extremely comfortable, very nice looking. Like, it's a nice spot to be. There's no doubt about that. Okay, so now we'll pop the hood and we'll take a look and listen to the 6.7 Powerstroke engine. Alright guys, so there is the 6.7 Powerstroke. In this case, we have 440 horsepower and 925 foot-pounds of torque. This thing is an absolute beast. It is a beast. It is very fast. These Powerstrokes are extremely, extremely, extremely fast. It will tow whatever you put behind it, and man, it goes from 0 to 60 in no time. Right there, 69,184 miles. You may have noticed that there's a check engine light on. So yes, I do have a check engine light. It is a NOx sensor, so it is an emissions code. It's a sensor inside of the DPF, which I think we all know how we feel about those. But anyway, so issues with the truck, guys. This truck has not been back to the dealer for anything other than a recall. It's had the door lock recall that all the Ford trucks had problems with as soon as they went to aluminum body. So yes, it has had that recall, and it's had the block heater recall. Other than that, this truck has not been to the dealer at all. I changed the oil, I've changed the fuel filters, I changed the transmission fluid, and that is it. That's all I've done to this truck. I've done nothing else to this truck. It has never ever let me down. No issues at all. Still on the original brakes, brake pads, brake shoes, brake rotors, absolutely everything. No front end parts, no rear end parts, no nothing. And like I said, it has been worked big time. You can see we got the Boss V-blade on there. We got the plow mount on there. It will plow any snow you put behind it, especially if you do lock your rear differential, and then you can manually lock your front hubs as well. And man, it will push whatever snow that you want to push. So I think what we'll do now is we'll just jump in the truck. We'll take it for a quick little drive. I'll show you, you know, that it's still nice and tight. There's no noises where there shouldn't be any noises. And you can check it out. So in the box, this did come with the fifth wheel prep package. As you can see, it's got the LED bed lighting right here. Here's one dumb thing that Ford did, and the Chevs are basically did the same thing. The way they geared up these attachment points for your safety chains on your trailer, it's so thick through there you really can't even get at it. Like, you can't even get at it. So what I did, and what everyone does, is you'll see that they have these hooked up to their trucks, because other than that, there's really no way you're gonna get your chains hooked up. And if you do, good luck getting them off. All right guys, so I did just put the tuner down in stock. So we're gonna pull out here. We'll give it a little bit of juice. Alright, you can see she gets up and goes in a hurry, guys. She gets up and goes in a hurry. Pulls and pulls and pulls. These trucks are extremely fast for a big, you know, this truck is over 8,000 pounds from factory, and it just wants to go. It has no problem going whatsoever. The other thing that I forgot to mention that I did do this truck, being a 250, is I did put a set of airbags on the back. So when I'm towing those heavy weights, definitely the airbags make a big difference. If you're going to be towing heavy weights, don't bother with a 250, get yourself a 350, which is what I'm doing. The downfall with this truck being the Lariat Ultimate, so it has a lot of options, and it does not have the camper package. So the GVWR is 9,900 pounds on this truck. So with that, I only have like 1,900 pounds of payload. So that is the biggest downfall of the F250 for sure. Other than that, this truck has been absolutely awesome. Well, it's awesome enough that I also have since I bought this truck, I also bought a 2019 F350 and a 2017 F550. And this truck is getting traded in for a 2020 F350. So, I bought this truck first, I fell in love with it. It did everything that I wanted it to do with, you know, less effort than I ever imagined. So that's what I did. I went and got another one. Get another pull in here. Spun my wheels. Tons and tons and tons of power. Loads of power. So fuel mileage. Typically, if I'm just cruising on the highway, driving how I would normally drive, I get somewhere, depending on the terrain, between 16 to 20 mpg. On the highway, cruising at, you know, 60 to 75 miles per hour. So the truck does very good mpg wise. So if you're looking at one of these secondhand, you know, 70,000 miles on it, I haven't done anything to this truck. That tells you right there the build quality is great. I've worked this truck. It just has not been driven around from store to store or picking the kids up from school. Alright guys, so that's my 2-year review of the truck. I hope it helps you guys out. If you're on the fence of buying one of these trucks, used or not, honestly, you can't go wrong. If you would have said to me 2 years ago that I could have 70,000 miles on this truck working it the way I did, and I still have the original brakes on it, all original front end parts and absolutely everything, plowing snow and what I do, I would have said absolutely sign me up. And then, you know, in the end, I guess the big question is, if I could do it over again, would I buy this truck again? Yes, I would, and no, I wouldn't. Yes, I would, because it's been absolutely phenomenal. No, I wouldn't, because I will not buy another 250 as long as I continue to do what I'm doing. It will always be at least a 350 one-ton truck. But other than that, I cannot complain about this truck whatsoever. So if you're looking at one, go for it, pull the trigger. You won't be disappointed. It's had a couple little stupid quirks that every vehicle does for recalls and stuff, but other than that, nothing to complain about whatsoever. So anyway guys, hope you liked the video. Stay tuned for the 2020 videos coming up. It's a matter of days before I have that truck. Matter of days. Something just took place that we're gonna be getting that truck very, very, very soon. So for now, guys, that's it. Take care, stay safe, and we'll see you next time. Bye.